Hi, welcome to Coffee Talk, Coffee with the Counselors. The topic today is Bright Futures Industry Certification and Diploma Designation Information. I'm Natalie Havens. I'm a ninth grade counselor here at Spanish River. We have a couple counselors with us. We have Mrs. Gabby Bustamante, who's another ninth grade counselor.
Good morning.
We also have Miss Kim Garney, who is a 10th through 12th grade counselor.
Hi there.
And we have our Academy Coordinator, Miss Corey Adelstein.
Good morning.
And our lead counselor, who's going to start us off with a presentation, Miss Melissa Loyacona.
All right, good morning.
Go ahead and take it away, Melissa, Mrs. Loyacona.
Okay, so Bright Futures. So students who graduate from the state of Florida basically get the chance to earn the Bright Futures Diploma scholarship, which can pay for most of their tuition when they go to school in Florida. If they decide to go to the public school, obviously the tuition goes a lot further than the private school, but they can use it for the private schools as well. They just need to meet some requirements. So we'll go through today what they need in order to qualify for the Bright Futures Scholarship. They must, again, be a Florida state resident and be a U.S. citizen or eligible non-citizen. There is an application that they must fill out before they graduate. They must not have been convicted of any felonies. They must have been accepted to a university. And each semester, they need to be in at least 6 credit hours per term, which is about 2 courses per semester for them to be eligible to get that money. So the academic scholarship is the highest level. That's where it's about 100% of tuition and fees. It's about $100 per credit hour. Plus they receive $300 for textbooks. They can get a maximum of 120 semester hours to use this. If students qualify for the Medallion Scholars Award, that would be about 75% of their tuition and fees. And then there's also the Gold Seal Vocational, and that gives you about $39 per credit. But they do those diploma, it's a lot cheaper because a lot of times they do it at the state colleges, not the universities, these vocational programs. The Academic Scholar Award requirements is a 3.5 weighted GPA, and they look at your core classes, your 4 English, your 4 math, your 3 sciences with 3 social studies, so the world history, the U.S. history, and the government economics, and then 2 highest years of world language. When I say highest years, I mean highest grade years. And it has to be sequential, so it has to be in order. It doesn't have to be consecutive. It doesn't have to be like freshman year, sophomore year, but it does have to be Spanish 1, Spanish 2 sequential. Now, if students take Spanish 1, 2, 3, and 4, they'll take the highest 4 semesters of the grades to factor into the weighted Bright Futures GPA. Students also must get 100 hours of community service and an SAT of a 1330 or a 29 ACT. Now, if a student earns the AICE diploma, which a lot of students are currently on track to earn, then they do not need to worry about the SAT, ACT, or the GPA requirement, as they will need to worry about that to get into the colleges and universities. But as far as getting the Academic Scholars Award, they automatically qualify as long as those 100 hours of community service are complete. The Medallion Scholar Award, that one's the 3.0 weighted GPA. Again, the core classes, the English, the math, the science, the history, and the world language. They need at least 75 hours of community service, as well as at least a 1210 on the SAT or a 25 on the ACT. Now, they do super score these scores, which means that if a student does better in one section during one seating, and then the next section does better in another one, they will combine the scores to give you the best score possible to qualify for the scholarship. The Vocational Scholars Award, those students must have at least a 3.0 weighted GPA, 3 sequential CTE classes, and a minimum GPA of a 3.5 in those. The programs we have here for those are early childhood. They would need to take 3 of those, TV production and digital design. They would need 30 hours of community service and get at least a 24 in reading, 25 in writing and language, 24 in math for SAT. And the ACT is 17 in English and 19 in reading and math. Or they could always take the PERT, because this can go to the state if they decide to start at the state college, like Palm Beach State. They would need a 106 in reading, a 103 in writing, and a 114 in math. Again, the AICE diploma is another way to earn the Bright Futures. The AICE diploma, they must earn a minimum of 7 points, okay, in order to get the AICE diploma. And when I say points, some classes are worth 2 points. But in order to get the AICE diploma, they must pass AICE Global's exam, which is in 10th grade. They also must pass a language. They must pass a math math grouping or science. Arts and humanities is also required. And then some students might have taken general paper, which is under group 4, which is optional, but it can be used in conjunction to get the 7 points total for them in order to get the AICE diploma. There's more information about Bright Futures at the Florida Student Financial Aid website. Industry certification. Miss Adelstein's going to talk about this.
Okay, so some of the classes that we offer here on campus have an industry certification that will be given sometime during the school year. Sometimes it's 2 tests and sometimes it is 1. And basically an industry certification verifies that the students have these entry-level skills in order to perform jobs and functions in the area of that certification. And that it directly relates to the course that they are in and the standards that the course teaches. So if they do earn the industry certification, it gives them a competitive edge upon graduation and allows them to become more marketable in the workplace. Students would also receive college credit for obtaining an industry certification through the state or local agreements. So it definitely gives them a little leg up if they are interested in continuing on in that specific industry. And they are the actual tests for the certification are given throughout the school year for those courses. And the courses that we offer industry certifications, I believe, are on the next screen. Yes. Okay. So part of our Biotechnology Academy program is biotech. So senior year, they sit down for a base exam. That is one industry certification. In our digital design courses, they take Photoshop, Illustrator in Digital Design 1 to get an Adobe certification. And then they take Dreamweaver and Animate in Digital Design 2 to obtain another Adobe certification. If they are in TV production, they have the opportunity to take Premiere Pro and After Effects, and that would give them an Adobe certification. If they are in advanced computer science with Mr. Vargas in one of our in our highest level computer science class, they can get a Java programming industry cert. And then our early childhood academy students that are in that for all 4 years, senior year, they get to sit down for their CDA, which is their early childhood development associate, and they get a full industry certification in that, which gives them leg up, and they can actually teach preschool right out of high school. So those are most of our areas of industry certifications that we offer here on campus. Miss Loyakona.
So the diploma designations are basically stickers on the diploma that students can earn based on, they can either get the scholar designation, the merit designation, or a biliteracy seal. It is something students can put on their resume as well as see on their diploma. The scholar designation, the students would have to earn 1 credit in Algebra 2 and something higher as well, okay, for the math part. Because beyond Algebra 2 is actually not a graduation requirement, but if students want the scholar designee, they would need Algebra 2 as well as a higher level. That would be necessarily pre-calculus, would be maybe an example of the higher level. For science, they must pass the biology EOC and then earn a credit in either chemistry or physics, and then another high level science class, which could be ACE Marine, AP Bio, AP Chem, any of those would be considered a higher level science class. For social studies, students would have to pass the US History EOC. For foreign language, they must have the 2 years of the foreign language, and then at least 1 credit of their courses must be either an AP class or an ACE course, or even a dual enrollment course. For the merit designation, that would be students who earn an industry certification, they automatically get the merit designation on their diploma, sticker on their diploma. Again, the programs that we offer for those are TV production, digital design, biotechnology, and early childhood. Now, some students might have taken these classes in middle school, so that's why they might get their merit designation, because I know a few of your students might have come in with a computer course or two where they got their certification already. Biliteracy seal is for students who earn 4 foreign language course credits in the same language. Okay, they must get at least a B in each of those courses. Okay, there's 2 levels. There's the gold, which is a higher level 4, higher on the FSA as well. And then there's silver, which is just below it. Okay, and they must also can qualify if they want to earn, if they do as a foreign language assessment, like an AP Spanish test or an AP French test, and they can also get that biliteracy designation. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I am going to send a survey out, so if you happen to see that in your email, feel free to fill that out. Our next coffee talk is going to be Friday, February 3rd at 8 a.m. And keep in mind, we have an advanced coursework night on February 7th at 6 p.m. in the theater. Thanks again for joining us. Thank you to all our counselors and academy coordinator.